Hello everybody, welcome back to the Mystic Hawk YouTube channel. Today's reading is going to be a general reading for September 2018, and this one is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Hello all my Leos out there, how are you doing? I know this reading is, I'm doing this reading on the 29th of August, right before the 1st of September, and I know the energies have been just really intense for all of us. Maybe even had a few difficult nights, a few difficult days, lots of tests that we are all going through right now. However, before I get into your reading, I just want to go over a couple things really quick. Over here, I want to show you that I do have an Instago account. So if any of you have like a small question, one quick question for me to answer, you can text me via the Instagram app. You will have to download it on your phone. But one question is only $5.55. So that is a little something that was within everybody's budget. And if you just have a quick question, I can answer you via text that way. And I also want to announce I'm having a new contest coming up. I know everybody enjoys those. I have a lot of fun with them as well. And I made this one to where you're going to get to win a little bit quicker. So I'm going to have a few more ongoing. So I'm going to give away a free 10-minute reading when I reach 3,333 subscribers. I like that number. If any of you watch the Pisces full moon, I did say 3,500, but I brought it down so you can win a little quicker, and I really like this number better. So we're only about 200 away, so it shouldn't take very long. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And I do appreciate all likes. They really help a lot. And in order to get your name in the hat for this, the free reading, it's the same as last time. Just leave a comment down below. So, okay, you guys, without further ado, let's get on to your reading. We have for you the Mountain Lion. How appropriate that this card came up. And I mean, I'm not making this stuff up. So let's check it out. The Mountain Lion, he's really cool. And it says hold on, I'm going to have to put my glasses on, excuse me. It says, take courage and be brave. Risk being a living example. Become a leader without followers. Oh, wow, yeah. So that's a leader without followers. And that's really talking about leadership without having your ego involved. Leadership without the need to control and insist that others follow you and do things your way. Really, it's about leading yourself, leading your own life, and without being influenced too much by others, and again, not insisting that others follow you. Now, one of the things that the Mountain Lion medicine does is it puts you in a position to be a bit of a target for other people. I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but it's a target for their problems, because you're always standing up and taking charge and leading when other people can't. And when you're in that position, yes, being in front does put a target on you, but also they think that they can always depend on you every time they have a problem, every time they have an issue. Oh, well, Leo can take care of it, or if they don't, they give you all kinds of grief over the situation. Mountain Lion is also about balancing power with intention, physical strength with grace, you know, because the Mountain Lion is strong and powerful, but a graceful and beautiful animal too. So yeah, it's very much, this is a time where you absolutely need to stand on your own convictions. If other people are trying to coerce you to go in a direction that you know is not right for you, this is a time, especially in this month coming up, to really stand true to your beliefs and your convictions. It does, in the Mountain Lion, one of the things Mountain Lion does is tell the truth. So if there's anything, that subject or situation that you may have been avoiding having that discussion or really letting people know how you feel, you might find sometime in the month of September that the truth just kind of comes out. So, and people may or may not take it very well. But then again, you can't be concerned with that. You are the leader within your reality, within your life. And you need to stand on your convictions and within your own truth. Be true to yourself, Leos. So let's see what the cards have to say for you for September 2018. Remember, this is a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If it doesn't particularly resonate with you, you might want to check out the videos for your Moon and Rising signs. And I am available for personal readings. Just look in the description down below, scroll down to where it says themystichawk.com/shop, and it will take you right to my readings. And I have a variety of readings available to you at all price levels. So I try to be inclusive as much as I can for everybody's budget. And I've really enjoyed, thank all of you that have purchased personal readings for me. I've really enjoyed getting to know you and do your readings for you. It's been very amazing experience for all of us. And I look forward to those of you that would also like to purchase a reading in the future. Okay, so I'm going to concentrate on the cards, a few more shuffles. And that's it. Here we go. Let's cut the cards here. What else do we have to tell Leos in addition to affirming their mountain lioness, huh? And this is a place, you know, in the background here, somewhere a mountain lion might like to roam. Wide open spaces, the mountains right behind me. So here we go. Okay, Leo. Let's see here. What have you guys got going on? Okay, turn the board a little bit. Bring the mountain line over here. Get everything all nice and neat. This is Virgo season. We got to be able to meet with everything. So the first thing we have is the reversed Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, this could be an energies, this is always about message and news coming into you, information coming to you, and it possibly could come from an earth sign. That would be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This could also represent, if any of you have children, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn child. So when they're reversed, it might mean that this person is not seeing eye to eye with you, not in agreement with the choices that you're making. Other people are opposed to your ideas, okay? Again, remember what the mountain lion said before I even threw the reading. Even if people don't like the decisions you make and people don't like the truth that you're saying, you need to go ahead and say it anyway, because this is about being true to yourself. They're not saying to be aggressive or mean about it. Try to be as gentle and as positive as possible. How people take things, how people react to things is completely and totally up to them. And again, we would like that everybody would be positive, but they might not always be. It could also mean that you're waiting on a message about some kind of a financial situation, job situation, something around property, and those messages have been delayed. It's possible that during the retrogrades that we've just gone through, that there is some hold up in that area, maybe hold up in getting messages about money coming through, or about some kind of property deal or something like that truly going through for you. But don't worry, I do see things coming around for you. All of us during this month of September, we're going to go through a rebalancing phase, trying the moving forward. You know, Mars is still kind of stuck and stopped right now, even up to the first week or so of September. We won't go back into Aquarius for a little while. And one of the analogies that I had for that is I don't know, this is fair season where I live. All the little county fairs are coming to town, and last year I went to the fair with my daughter and her friend, and and I tell you what, those rides are as old as I am, if not older, and they were there back during the time when I was a kid, and they had this one ride called the Hurricane, and this is this contraption that spins around and around, and then it goes backwards, and so it's like riding through a hurricane. First you go forward, then you go backwards. So that's kind of how it is. We've been spinning backwards for quite a long time. Then the ride stops, but it takes a little bit for it to get moving and start spinning forward again. So it's just like, and now it's like slowly moving forward. So don't get frustrated if things aren't moving ahead as quickly as you would like. You got to give everything time to get its momentum back up and going in a forward direction as opposed to the backwards direction. All this review in the past, all this going back to take care of past karmas, past situations with relationships and jobs, and all of that has been happening for a whole lot of us, and Leos have not been immune to this situation, okay? We do have the Lovers card crossing this Page of Pentacles. Lovers, of course, that could represent a love affair or some kind of love connection. Another thing I really like to stress with this Lovers card, that it does represent choice. It is about the choices that we make. And these choices can put us on the high road or the low road, the high vibrational focus or the lower one. And a lot of times, because we've had this review of the past, it will kind of ask you, do you want to continue to repeat the same things over and over again, expecting different results? But not only are the results the same, they're even worse than they were the time before. If we keep going back into situations, knowing better, knowing that that person may not change, that job is always going to be the same boring, soul draining kind of situation you've always been in, whatever the situation is, going back, making the choices to go back can have even heavier or more disastrous results coming up right now. So I'm hearing for Leo, be very, very careful of the choices you make. And like the mountain lion said, you be the leader in your life. You take charge and make the forward direction in your life, and don't be the shy lion in the cave that's afraid to get out and roar in the world. Let people know who you are and what you have to offer, especially employers or any kind of business situation that you may want to create. This is a time to begin to start promoting yourself. The lover's choice, it could be a love relationship for some of you coming up. Could be that you've been dating a couple, 3 people, as Leos can. And it's come to a time for a choice. Just can't, spreading the love has been wonderful and fun, and maybe going back and forth in the past and dating this one or that one, or kind of looking at all these different people, but it is definitely a time to choose between 2 things. Lover's card can also represent that you may be dealing with a Gemini personality. So some of you may be dealing with a Gemini out there. At the foundation, we have the reverse 10 of Wands, not the 10 of Swords, thank goodness, but the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is about, you've been really carrying a burden, I would say, especially this summer, and maybe even over this entire year since the Great American Eclipse happened in Leo season last time, that there has been a very heavy burden that you've been carrying. You've been not only taking on your responsibility, but like the mountain lion says, you have stepped up and been the leader in other people's, other people's lives as well. And it has really gotten to a point to make a choice, to drop some of those responsibilities, perhaps, and most likely other people's responsibilities that you have felt like you needed to take on as yours. There may have been some situations with some of you Leos, I do see from this Judgment card here in the recent past, that you have come. Here it is. There's Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel's the great messenger. He's also the angel of resurrection and new life, new way of looking at life, ascension even. So you have come to a new level of consciousness, especially when dealing with other people and carrying their burdens. And realizing that you have maybe been carrying all the weight to keep the relationship alive, to keep the job situation running properly, and really working overtime or expending more energy than you would like to, and more energy than perhaps you really need to. You may have thought, I can handle it, I can take care of it, I want to help everybody, and it could very well have come from a good-hearted place, of course, as Leos do, a good-hearted place of wanting to help other people. But sometimes the best way, well, okay, let me back up. Sometimes when we help people and it does truly help them, and other times if we continue to help people that refuse to help themselves, we fall into a position of enabling other people. There is a fine line. I enjoy being of service to others as much as you do. I like to spread my messages through the tarot and other ways, and I really see, especially in the personal readings, how it helps people see things from a different perspective so they can make more educated choices in their life now and in the future. Again, everything comes from us. We are the creators of our own reality. And if you're not happy about where you're at now, it goes back to making those choices to stand up and perhaps even leave yourself out of a bad situation that has been burdensome, where people have relied too much upon you. But that also takes some responsibility, and Mountain Lion does represent being responsible. If you're a leader with great power comes great responsibility, right? Okay. But responsibility, we break it down, it just means the ability to respond. You have a really great ability to respond to any situation. And sometimes you need to respond to take care of yourself, and this means dropping these burdens. The great thing about the 10 of Wands being reversed is this is an ending of a cycle. Tens are always cycles coming to an end. So whatever you have been taking on too much of, this cycle is over. You are going to be in a position, I wouldn't say to rest on your laurels, but to let go of certain people, situations that are draining you and no longer serving you. You don't need to carry all those wands. Maybe you only need one. Maybe you only need a couple. Really, it is time to lighten your load and move forward. Definitely a moving forward energy. And I see you guys moving forward into the Three of Pentacles, which is really awesome. So some of you may be getting a new job or getting a promotion within the job that you're at. If not that, definitely recognize for the hard work that you've been doing. Possibly a raise. Whatever it is around works. So I do see a lot of you Leos have taken on a lot of extra responsibility in your work situation. Now, I do feel that a lot of you need to change things up around that work situation, because something has occurred that we have the reversed Five of Swords. Really beautiful to see that card reversed, but even reversed, it still carries a bit of a sting. So I don't know if you Leos out there have felt a bit of a sting from people that you work with, work for, work around. And I do feel this is very strongly around the work situation. Archangel Gabriel has come to you in the past, and you have sent out the prayer, because Gabriel only comes when people ask for his help. And he has heard your prayer. And that really is when you're at this 10 of Pentacles. This is the end of, not 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. This is when you're at the end of your rope. You can't carry anymore. You're tired. You're weighed down. you're exhausted, you don't know what else to do, you're totally frustrated, you don't know how to remedy the situation that you're in. And so Gabriel comes and blows his trumpet and says, "Wake up, Leo, and do what you know, do what you know you need to do." And for some of you, I do see leaving the situation, or at least changing your mindset around it. If you can't physically leave the situation, you need to leave how you think about it. Let that be in the past. And an example of that would be like, always focusing, perhaps not have enough money, or thinking to yourself, I'm always carrying extra load. I'm always taking on the extra work. When people decide not to show up to work, or this guy over here, he only halfway does this work, and I have to come in and take up the slack. That kind of situation, and being resentful and frustrated about the situation. Perhaps now it's time to have a talk with your boss and explain to them what's really going on. Or it may be just time to make the decision to start looking elsewhere. Whatever the situation, I do see in the job situation that it is going to start lightening up and getting easier. You're going to start seeing some results of all this hard work you put in, and especially what you have put up with over the last couple of months. This is, again, a general reading, so I can't say exactly what the situation is for all of you, so I'm just going to leave it out there general. But I do see this nasty Five of Swords. Even though it's reversed, it's a little bit less of a sting, but that's, that's like somebody, getting a real nasty victory. Oh yeah, they won. Yeah, they got the upper hand in this situation because they pulled some dirty stuff. I see for a lot of you, this other person isn't completely getting away with it like they would in the upright Five of Swords, where one person has won out over the expense of the other two people. When it's reversed, it does really talk about an upsetting work situation. So I'm really seeing Leo's focused on work and money. This is Virgo time, so we're very much in that work mode for all of us. So keep that, and I do feel like you guys are ready to let that go. Some of you, we have the Eight of Swords in the fierce position. Some of you feel stuck. Some of you feel trapped. But remember, these are swords. These are sword energies. Eight swords. Swords is mental. You're stuck in your own head about a situation. You're stuck in your own beliefs, like, I don't know if I can get out of it. Perhaps there's a fear of walking away from a job that no longer serves you. So definitely, and maybe even, I'm hearing it, some of you are afraid that you're going to be stuck in that situation for a very long time. But I don't believe you're going to be, because there may be a little time lapse. That's what I'm trying to come up with. There may be a little time lapse going on as far as when you make the decision to do something about it and when the opportunity actually opens up. And I'm feeling about the middle of the month, the opportunity will open up and things will start moving ahead. So there may be a week or two delay in really being able to move forward in this situation, but you won't have to be stuck if you decide you're not, because swords are an illusion. This is all about an illusion. The mind has got you trapped. You're in old cycles, old patterns. Remember the 0 point reading from the 1st of August. That wasn't just about the eclipses. And yes, the 0 point readings are still available. It's about looking at the cycles that you're going through, all this stuff going on around you, and noticing, even if it's a different person, it's the same relationship. Even though you're in a different location or at a different store or a different office or whatever kind of place you go to work, it's the same situation, that repetitive cycle happening over and over again. This is what the Eight of Swords is like, feeling trapped in these cycles, the cycles that your mind is running through. But the wonderful thing about that is, who has control over your mind? Leo. You! You have the power. You are the leader. You're the mountain lion in this situation, and you can roar and say, no more. make a decision, and start taking the steps now to move yourself out and away from that situation. We have in your environment here the reversed Seven of Cups. And when it's upright, it's a lot of confusion, deception. You're not sure what situation to choose from. Again, we had a lot of Neptune energy that could have a lot of delusionary things, a lot of mist, a lot of confusion going on. I see it aligned here with this person that you've been dealing with, or this situation that you've been dealing with, primarily in the work situation. I feel some of you, it could be a lovers, because we do have the lovers card here. Whatever the situation, something has come around that has helped you to make a decision, to pick one of those cups and to start moving forward in that situation. So a lot of the confusion, a lot of the fantasy is over. You're going to start getting very practical during this Virgo season and narrowing those cups down, most likely to one choice, and make a decision to go forward. Now, in your personal positive, how you see yourself, and we're wanting to say it's positive, there you are. It's kind of, this is a limbo card. You got 3 cups, and he's looking at those 3 cups, and it's like, nah, I don't know. Maybe you're looking for a job. It's like, oh, none of them seem any better than the one I already have. I don't know. Do I want to do this? I'm not really sure. That's okay. That's okay. That pays a little bit more, but there's a lot more of this other stuff I don't like to do. This one pays a little bit less, but it seems to be really a great thing. What you're really looking for is that one cup that has the right money, the right environment, and the right kind of work. And here you go. It is coming. Here it is. Spirit is handing it to you in the clouds. But the fellow there, he's not seeing them because he's too busy going, oh, I don't know. I don't feel motivated, maybe bored and unmotivated. So really, how we work on ourselves in this situation, use this mountain lion, use that leadership ability to get yourself moving, to lead yourself out of this situation and away from this 5 of Swords and this 10 of Wands energy, away from the 8 of Swords where you feel trapped and stuck in this situation. For some of you, you may be dealing with another fire sign. That would be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. We have the reversed Queen of Wands here. The reversed Queen. Queen of Wands. She could be very cunning. It's a reverse fire sign. It's just how Leos are when you're out of balance. There could be arguments. There could be fights. Again, another thing about the reversed Queen of Wands is a bit kind of a tendency toward infidelity, not being loyal. Does that mean that your partner is cheating on you? Not necessarily. Again, this isn't a personal reading. I don't want to say that in a general reading. But someone isn't being loyal. It could be just a friend of yours you thought was a really good friend is telling your secrets behind your back. Or someone, how can I put it? Their ego is more important than yours, for sure. They want the upper hand. They want to lead in a situation. And this could be where this 5 of Swords energies come up. They didn't quite win out over you completely, but they put you at a bit of a disadvantage. Now, the Queen of Wands, they're typically fire signs. They don't have to be fire signs. It could be someone that has a very fiery personality in their chart and in their horoscope. So keep that in mind. But when she's reversed, she can be pretty petty. This is pettiness going on. And if you're, I know you see that you might very possibly be working with this person that's very petty and inconsistent and unstable. They're not being a good leader. If this person is your boss, and you have leadership abilities where you could probably do the job better, this could be a really frustrating situation when you're dealing with this. type of person. So let's find some clarifying cards for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We do have some really good news in the situation. This is just working out the tail ends of this karmic stuff that we've gone through all summer. But we do have the Judgment. We do have Archangel Gabriel out there, and that is about, you know, having a whole new way of looking at things, a new level of consciousness, and the ability to move forward in totally new directions. We have the reversed Page of Wands, and it's going right on top of there of that reversed Queen of Wands. Now, I don't know if this person, again, this is pettiness going on. This is kind of passion reversed, so to speak. Perhaps some delays in the situation, maybe even this person throwing some wrench, the spanner in the works, so to speak, throwing a wrench in the works, slowing you down, keeping you from moving forward. Lies, misinformation, pettiness, and gossip. So, okay. It looks like some of you Leos, I hope, you know, and this might not be for all of you Leos out there. This just could be missing a phone call from this person, or not having clear communication with this Queen of Wands. The lighter situation for some of you out there is a little bit of a miscommunication that's caused a bit of an upset in the lighter case scenario for you. But I definitely see possible arguments going on, and likely with another fire sign personality. One more card, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Wow, you guys are going to get all kind of messages. The great one that comes out at the end here is the Page of Cups, and that is an awesome one. So this is a good message. This message is going to get through. This is a message of love, or bringing about a more joyful situation. Maybe it's an opportunity to move away from this situation, some kind of opportunity that is finally being presented to you. You might have almost even given up hope that this situation is going to come around. Maybe it's from one of these other two people here in the Lovers situation. You might be getting a message from someone that you really do love and care for. So it is about messages of love, but it could be messages of love from friends or family, or people just trying to uplift you and support you and help you to get back on your feet after being knocked a little topsy-turvy around these people that are not being as honest as you are in this situation, Leo. Something's going on, but you're finally going to get some good news in the end in this situation. And I do see it being about a job situation, so some of you may be called to new work situation. And that's going to take a little bit of courage, just like the mountain lion says, to you know, really pull up the bootstraps and get your courage out in front of you and be ready to make that new beginning. Break out of this Eight of Swords kind of situation and move forward. So let's see what the angel cards have to say for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Leos, what you got going on? What does the angels have to say in addition to the mountain lion in this tarot card reading? Oh, there it is. All right, Leo, the angels are coming along and telling you there is nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Now, does that mean the universe is going to come in and do it all for you and take care of things, and all you have to do is sit back and sit on your laurels and cruise? No, Leo. But what it's saying is don't worry. Our worries, just like this Eight of Swords over here, our worries help to manifest through the law of attraction. It's going to bring right to you what you're focusing most on. And if you're focusing on the most on your worries, then we often encounter the worrisome situations. So it's talking to you about focusing on the higher road, like in the 0 point reading, making the choice to focus on what you do want, making the choice to focus on the high vibrational things, the things that make you feel good. Think thoughts that make you feel good. Not telling you not to deal with your finances. I'm not telling you that you can't even speak to this one person, especially if you're stuck with them at work. You might have to talk to them. but try not to let them get your goat. Try not to let them pull your energy vibration down, and be the leader that you are, and take the measures that you need to move through the situation. I know it's been hard, it's been heavy, it's been difficult, has been for all of us. Coming up in September, we're going to start moving forward and getting a little bit of relief, a little more and more. Saturn's going to be going direct on the 6th of September. That's going to be giving you a bit of a break too as well. Okay, Saturn's in Capricorn. It's, things have been happening so slow for all of us. All this work that you've been putting in, all this effort that you maybe have stopped and started something, and stopped and started something. Now it's finally going to start moving forward for you, Leos. So hey, there you go for the month of September. Thank you, Leos, for watching. If you like, please like. I do appreciate it. That does help out my channel. If you would like to, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And remember the contest I have. I'm giving away one free 10-minute audio reading. If you want in the contest, just leave a comment down below. And Leo, you have a wonderful September, and I will see you next time.